In this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience using the Apple Watch Series 7 every day for the past 3 months. I'm going to go over both the pros as well as the cons, looking at the display to durability, performance, and battery, to help you decide whether the Series 7 is the right Apple Watch for you. Now, before I get started, if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend first watching my full Series 7 review, in which I go over all of its features in detail. And then after that, come back to this video to hear about my long-term experience using the watch. Okay, so to start, let's talk about the display on the Series 7. Now, this has to be its biggest selling point and is by far my favorite feature as well. The display this year is significantly larger, coming in at 20% larger compared to the Series 6 and 50% larger compared to that of the Series 3. Now, I've said this in my full review, and this is just as true 3 months later. Having this larger display makes a very significant difference in the way you use the watch day to day. Having more screen real estate allows for more content on the screen. So for example, text, photos, maps, everything becomes larger and more clear. We even get a full screen keyboard. Now, as a result of having this larger display, I find myself doing more directly on the watch. I decided to go for the 41mm version. Now, this really feels like the perfect size, giving me the best of both worlds, having both that larger display while still having a watch face that looks proportionate on my wrist, much better so compared to the larger 45mm version. For example, I used to have the 38mm version Series 3, and compared to that, the 41mm version Series 7 is almost the same size in terms of its physical dimensions. And this is thanks to having much thinner bezels around the display. And as a result, the watch looks much more modern. And I especially love this contour watch face, as it really emphasizes these thinner bezels. As well as this, the display has this nice rollover effect, where as you scroll through items and as they appear and disappear off screen, they kind of naturally flow on and off. And this, I think, is a really nice touch. Now, this all sounds very positive, and I have a lot of good things to say about the Series 7. But I do have one concern, and that has to do with the glass covering this new display. Apple marketed this crystal as being 50% thicker compared to the previous versions, making it much more crack resistant. Now, while my screen on the Series 7 has not cracked, it sure has scratched. To give a bit of context, I do not use a screen protector on my Apple Watch, and the reason for this is I never felt the need to do so. On my previous Series 3, which I used every day for just about 10 months now, I never had a single scratch on that display. However, on the Series 7, which I use in the exact same way, after just 3 months of use, already I started to notice very thin micro scratches. Does this affect functionality? No. Are these scratches very visible? Not yet. Does it bother me? Yes. I praise the Series 3 for being supported for many years, both in terms of software support as well as the hardware holding up very well over time. Now, the Series 7, I expect to get anywhere from 4 to 5 years of software support. But software is one thing, the hardware has to hold up too. And if after only 3 months I'm already seeing this many micro scratches on the display, I can't help but wonder how this will look after 1, 2, even 3 years down the road. Now, stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, the display on the Series 7 is excellent and remains to be my favorite feature. But I did want to share my experience with the display's durability, as if I were looking to buy the Series 7, I'd want to know. In this case, my advice is to get a screen protector so you can enjoy this great display for many years to come. I'll be sure to review a good screen protector for the Apple Watch in the near future, so be sure to subscribe to not miss that and much more tech content like this. Okay, let's talk about the battery. Now, the Series 7 has an always-on display, and this I think is a great feature to have, making it easy to check the time by just looking down at your wrist without having to twist it to see the time. Additionally, I think it's better to just have the watch face visible at all times rather than having a black screen on your wrist. But the question is, how does this affect battery life? Battery life on the Series 7 has been excellent. Over the past 3 months, it has consistently been able to get me through a whole day of use with just about 30% remaining at the end of the day. I charge my Series 7 every day when I wake up in the morning. And as I get ready for the day, during that 30 to 45 minute period, it is able to always charge from roughly 30% up to 100. Now, this is thanks to Apple's faster charger that is included in the box with the Series 7, and this will allow you to charge up to 33% faster. The Series 7 has many fantastic features, from its ability to record an ECG and blood oxygen levels, to tracking workouts, fall detection, turn-by-turn directions, and maps, all of which I extensively go over in my full review. But all of these features require power, so how does the Series 7 keep up? The dual-core S7 chip is fast. During day-to-day use, there is virtually no lag or stutter, and the watch keeps up very well. The watch feels snappy and smooth, whether you are scrolling through apps or pulling data such as emails and notifications. Even launching apps are all far faster compared to previous generations. The point here is, during day-to-day use, the watch feels very smooth and keeps up well, never lagging or stuttering. Just a smooth experience with watchOS, just as it should be. And this brings us to the final question. After 3 months of daily use, is the Series 7 still worth buying? And the answer to this is an absolute yes. The Series 7 represents the best of the best, not just when it comes to the Apple Watch, but also the smartwatch industry as a whole. For me, having that new, larger, always-on display is a big enough reason to upgrade to the Series 7 or spend just a little bit more and buy the Series 7 instead of the SE, Series 5, or Series 6. On top of that, you get all the latest health features, faster charging, and much, much more. Just make sure you get a screen protector. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, I will leave all the purchase links down in the description. If you haven't seen them yet, I highly recommend watching my full Series 7 unboxing and my review videos, which I will leave linked on screen right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and take care. Hi everyone, I'm Dion Schuddeboom, and this is the Apple Watch Series 7. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything that is new, as well as show you how I use the watch daily.